What's good, YouTubers and YouTubettes? This is JB Sports back again with another one. Michael Coppinger is reporting on his Twitter that a tentative agreement is made for the Deontay Wilder Tyson Fury trilogy to take place in July in Las Vegas. ESPN and Fox again will handle the promotion for that fight, just like the rematch. It'll be on pay-per-view, ESPN and Fox pay-per-view, and both networks will be handling the promotion, and it'll be similar to how they promoted the second fight. A lot of promotion, a lot of commercials, and just flooding the airwaves, promoting the fight like they did for the rematch, man. So we'll see what happens, man. But Wilder definitely wants the rematch, and it's going down in July. Now I'm gonna tell you why it's going down in July. A lot of people saying, "Oh man, that's early, man. Why they just fought in February?" Wilder needed a little time to take off. He needed a little time to recuperate. Maybe he might want to bring in another trainer. He might need a bit more time. Maybe they need to push that back toward the end or something. Maybe August or September. And that's 2 bad months if you're talking about maximizing this third fight and getting the most profit. You start getting in August, now you start talking about NFL preseason. Many people say, "Oh, JB Sports, ain't nobody tripping on no NFL preseason. Ain't nobody worried about it. Everybody ready for the real season." Look at the ratings for the preseason. The ratings for the NFL preseason does good numbers. The ratings for the NFL preseason do better numbers than regular season NBA basketball. The ratings for the NFL preseason does better numbers than regular season Major League Baseball. So, when you get down to football, it's the #1 sport in America. So, obviously, they want to take advantage of this, July when they don't have to go against the NFL. Only thing going on during that time is the Major League Baseball. So Major League Baseball is not as popular as the NFL. So you're going against a sport that is not as commanding the public attention like the NFL. So that's why they're looking at the month of July. Now, Deontay Wilder will be up to him to make the adjustment. He said that the costume he put on for Black History Month, he said it weighed 40 pounds, and it wore him down, and it wore him down, and he didn't have no legs in the fight. Carrying all that weight, from the dressing room to the ring, wore him down. Now he said he put the costume on the night before, and it didn't seem as heavy, so he thought everything was okay. But as he was walking toward the ring, once he got in the ring, he felt that he had no legs, but he said he tried to bluff it, and he's a warrior, so he tried to push forward and still thought he could pull off the win, but he was basically a limited fighter before the bell rung. That's what he's saying. He was a limited fighter. He was in a compromising position before round 1. So that's basically what he's saying with that costume. A lot of people gonna be like, "Oh, JB Sport, he came up with a good excuse that time. I've never heard nothing about a fighter saying a costume was too heavy and it took away his legs. What you saying, JB Sports?" I'm just reporting what Deontay Wilder said. Deontay Wilder's been a man of his word. He ain't like he out here lying and telling half truths and contradicting himself. That's not him. When he says stuff, I believe it until proven otherwise. I believe what the man said. Now, does that take away from Tyson Fury victory? No. Tyson Fury fought a great fight. Came forward, did everything he said he was going to do. Because he was going to step to Wilder, and he was going to push Wilder back and make Wilder fight off the back foot. And he was able to do that. He was able to lean on Wilder. He used the old Vladimir Klitschko tactic, leaning on Wilder. He was, he got rough and rugged. Had Wilder in the headlock one time, had him in the chokehold one time, and he just, used his weight to his advantage, 273 pounds compared to Wilder's 231 pounds. Now, Wilder weight probably hurt him more than Fury's weight did. I think Wilder need to get back down to 220. That's his natural weight right there. He need to be around 219, 220. That's where he need to be at. He don't need to be no more, to me, than at the most. He don't need to be no more than 223. I think 223 is the maximum. Somewhere between 219 and 223. That's where he need to be going into the trilogy. He like I said in the video last night, when he need to let his hands go. He can't afford to get off to a slow start. He got away with it against in the King Kong Ortiz rematch. He had the eraser, the right hand. He was able to get the knockout. But even in that fight, I had him down 5 rounds to 1 in that fight. A lot of people say he lost all 6 rounds to Ortiz. I thought he won 1. But and either way it go, he was down on the scorecards before the knockout. So he's got to get off to a fast start. He's got to throw that right hand, even if he ain't landing. He's got to put that doubt in the back of Tyson Fury's mind that, hey, I got to watch out for that right hand. I got to stay defensive right here because he might be coming with the right hand, and that'll take away from Tyson Fury's offense. So he's got to be able to do that, and he's got to be able to use that jab, man. He's got to go back to the Romain Stavern first fight when he was using that jab, hitting him with the right hand, boxing beautifully. Put on a beautiful boxing lesson. People say, "Oh, Deontay Wilder can't box. He can't box." They really coming out the woodworks now as he lost. Oh, he can't box. I already knew. He just got away with it with the right hand. Andre Ward coming out here saying, "Yeah, he was relying on power too much, and then he got in there with somebody that the power wasn't gonna be the one that was the thing that was gonna beat that opponent. He didn't have nothing else to fall back on." Yeah, like I said, you got to have more than one thing. You can't have one tool in the toolbox and expect to fix everything that's broke on the car. That's true. But you got to, Wilder has other tools in the toolbox. He just ain't had to rely on it. He fell in love with the right hand. And he says, why, do all this boxing and trying to set up punches and throwing different punches and then maybe exposing myself to getting caught with a shot when I can just sit back, be patient, look for the opening and look for the right time and land that right hand and everybody go home happy. So he fell in love with that way of doing things. Now he's got to go back to the drawing board and implement the boxing that he had in the first Romain Stavern fight, couple that with the knockout power that he always going to have in that right hand. And now you're looking at a different fight between him, and Tyson Fury. He got hit in the back of the ear. That knocked his equilibrium off. He never was the same after that. Plus, what he said tonight, that his legs was gone before the first round because he carrying that 40-pound costume over there, representing Black History Month, which, he did in a very, very good way. I love the ring walk coming into the Las Vegas, coming into the MGM Grand with that costume on and the crown over his head and the mask over his head, all black, representing Black History Month. That was a powerful, powerful ring walk. But, it had its negative things too, because like I said, the weight of the costume ended up hurting Wilder's legs, and then with the shot behind the ear, that knocked his equilibrium off. So he didn't have no legs, and then he was still woozy his equilibrium was off, and he was still on his feet, still didn't get knocked out. Anybody else would have been knocked out cold dealing with those type of injuries, dealing with those type of problems. No legs, equilibrium off, blood coming out your mouth, blood in the back of the ear, and the man still was ready to keep on fighting. Still figured if he could catch his second win, he could land that right hand and then pull the fight off. So that man is a straight warrior, a straight champion, people's champion. And we'll see what happens in the third fight, man. Fury fought a great fight, man. He's the #1 heavyweight in the world, no doubt about it. Got to give him the credit. He said before the fight that he was going to go head up with Wilder. Everybody was like, ha, man, Fury, you just talking. Oh, crazy dope fiend Fury talking crazy, talking out the side of his neck, talking he going to go head up with Wilder. No, this man going to get out there and dance and be awkward and jab, look cute out there. But he proved to the people that thought he was playing wrong. He went head up with him. And he was able to back him up, use his 273-pound weight. He did a beautiful job feinting. He feinted, got Wilder to try to cover up, and then he was able to throw combinations, man. And he was throwing a lot of right hands, a lot of chopping right hands. And he was able to get the victory, man. Fought a beautiful fight. Did everything he said he was going to do. He did everything he said he was going to do. He did everything he said he was going to do leading up to the fight. Only thing he didn't do was get the second round knockout. He got the 7th round knockout. So kudos to Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. But let's do it again for the 3rd time. Let Wilder get his get back fight. Let him come up with the necessary adjustments. Come up with the right strategy, and let's see what happens, man. Because you already know he got that bazooka of a right hand. He ain't never out of a fight. You can't never say he has no chance going into a fight with that right hand. And like I said, he can couple that with his boxing ability that he did in the first Romain Stavern fight. We got a hell of a fight on our hands, folks. The 3rd fight going down in July, Las Vegas. Most likely the MGM Grand. Probably wouldn't count out the T-Mobile Arena for this fight, but it's going down, man, in July. And let's see what happens. Let's see what transpires. Leave your comments in the comment section if you think it's a good idea for Wilder to take the trilogy. Or do you think You want to see Fury versus AJ or Fury versus Dylan White, man? Leave your comments in the comment section how you think this situation need to be played out. This is JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend. I holla.